What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the move from inside is 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field to start this game off. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Moore will throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Moore. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches, but I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score Oregon 7, Northwestern 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Northwestern's offense has the ball for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Dropping back, it's Stone. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This quarterback part of their running game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Northwestern will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he put on the punt return. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Got his man downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The give on the inside. Quick spin on the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moore will throw. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Back to pass, it's Stone. Quickly to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to ride this running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Stone. He's got him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now on the option. The pitch. Inside the 25. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free and he was off to the races.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Absolutely perfect. Dar forced to settle for 3.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. More to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Whittington. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Benson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Ducks are stopped, but not before getting the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Yeah, run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Sends it back in motion. Moore will throw. Works the middle of the field. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And here comes the offense on second down. Using his legs, it's Hughes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They booted away on 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Albright. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Covey. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Stone. Grabbed over the middle, it's Covey. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Working that left side now. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a 1st down.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Covey. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Northwestern.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
And the Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half, being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Moore to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Whittington. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. It's Bryant. There he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Covey.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. And it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll try to sneak it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They booted away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Moore to the air. Got the quick pass. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Northwestern can score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Looking downfield, it's Stone. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on second down.
This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bryant.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Moore will throw. Right on target this time. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Looking for room. It's Whittington. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Caught in the backfield. It's Benson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Finding open areas. Turning it on.
He did a really good job on 3rd down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On 3rd down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Ducks get enough for the 1st down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
More to the air. Gets it out fast. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
He's looking to pass. Trying to barrel in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
Nah, I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Stone. Got it in the middle, it's Albright. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Looking to throw again. Here's a heat. He's taking a deep shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking for a man. It's Stone. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Oh, he's got a chance. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.